I am the bone of my soul, known to death, and known to life. Unlimited. Blade works!
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to run some bow builds your way with the new Alatreon dragon bow. It has now become the standard bow meta when it comes to the dragon element. So what I'm going to do is show you guys some critical element and true critical element sets. Get a little into the math between why the Alatreon dragon is the new better bow for the dragon element and how exactly is it that it beats the Jar dragon bow. Now let's take a look at the builds. First, I'm going to show you guys the true critical element sets. I made two different versions for each build, because I wanted the builds to be accessible to anyone who wanted to pick up the weapon. So there will be a casual set with survival skills and a more competitive set geared towards damage. The first set is going to be the casual set. The bow will be augmented with affinity 1 time for all builds along with 2 times element. We use the helmet, chest, arms and waist of silver ruthilos and the new Alatreon legs. It hits 100% on weak spots and has 820 element, and had 3 levels of constitution. For these builds I also wanted to incorporate enough natural stamina management skills with 3 levels of constitution, so that you wouldn't have to rely on eating for feline black belt at the canteen. We can only squeeze in 1 spread decoration, but you can eat for sharpshooter for your rapid shots. The meta version is similar except we trade the health boost for peak performance. You can trade out the peak performance for agitator, but you'll have to have some agitator and constitution decorations laying around. Now take a look at the critical element sets. We're going to be running 3-piece Safi Jiva and then 2 pieces of Volcano for critical element. The first bow is the casual build. Because of the Safi armor, the bow will have 900 element, and also be able to hit 100% on weak spots. Because we're wearing Safi Jiva and will be taking damage from the armor, I always like to include resentment in the build any way possible. You can take out the resentment and constitution decoration for a normal shot decoration, but then you'll drop down to level 2 constitution and 1 level of resentment. And me personally, I like the stamina skill better since you can do without a normal shot decoration on bows and Iceborne if you have to. With the meta or competitive version, it's similar to the casual build, but we get an extra level of resentment and 2 levels of attack. If you want, you could also take the 2 attack decorations and replace them for critical eye decorations, then take the +4 decoration of critical eye and either add the last 2 levels so of resentment or add the normal shot decoration. It's honestly up to you and completely customable to your liking. Now for the last set, it's the full 5-piece Safi Jiva set. Since this build lacks any form of crit multiplier, it ends up being a combination of a raw attack build and also a semi-survival build. Because of that, we're able to squeeze in more into the build that we weren't with the others, like a normal shot decoration, health boost and resentment and stamina surge. This build is definitely the weaker of the 3 builds, but I thought that I should still include it, because it may have matchups where the extra element and raw may be better suited to the fight. Now I wanted to show you guys the damage difference, and why the Jar bow pales in comparison to Alatreon bow. The Jar bow starts with a base of 324 attack with built-in crit element, so we naturally assumed that with 5-piece Safi Jiva it could outperform the Alatreon bow. However, if we compare to Alatreon bow with 3-piece Safi and 2-piece Volcano for critical element as a basis with a natural 336 raw attack, we see that the Alatreon bow still defeats it even with the added raw in 5-piece Safi. This mostly probably due to the lack in raw damage and element. With the Safi 5-piece, the Jar bow will have 720 element while the Alatreon bow has 900 element. Even despite having 1 level of resentment less than the Jar build, it still wins. It's possible due to the higher element. The 1.35 elemental multiplier stacks better with the Alatreon bow because it then amplifies the element further. Now I wanted to show you guys how to get the most out of your dragon bow's damage, with the dragon mantle. If you don't know, the dragon mantle adds extra element to whatever weapon you're using that uses the dragon element, and with it you can easily reach 1000 plus element on your bow with the Safi armor. The element augments on the weapon and the dragon mantle, as you can see, with no buffs. Your power shots can easily hit 106 per power shots, so in order to get the most out of your bow, make sure that you utilize the dragon mantle's abilities. And that's about everything from me today, guys, on all things bow related. I would like to thank you so much for watching, and if you made it this far, type Archer in the comments. If you found the video informative or entertaining at all, please consider liking, sharing and subscribing. It really helps the channel out and let me know that you guys actually like this kind of content. But until next time, my Monster Hunter fam, remember to stay classy and to always hunt with style.